Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to pack for 8 days for a spring trip to Arizona. And I'm going to show you, because that is a trip that I'm taking, and so this is how I've packed for it. So hopefully this will give you an idea of how you can pack. You can actually overpack in a personal item. I'm going to show you my capsule wardrobe. It's not a real capsule because not everything goes together, but by the end I will have shown you a possibility for 68 different outfits, so that's definitely more than I'm going to need for 8 days. Anyways, stick around to the end and I'll show you that, but until then I'm going to show you how I've packed. So for this particular trip I'm using my Photopoxy, which is a fake coat epoxy backpack that I got off Temu. But if you have the Alpha 28 coat epoxy, you can do this same sort of thing. All right, so the way I always start before I pack is I just go through my closet. So this is my system, okay? Some people do the 3x3, some people do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Some people do the 3-day method, whatever. What I do is I kind of modify the 3-day method, as in what's the most extreme things that I'm going to be doing on this trip. So my most extreme events are going to be hiking in Sedona, and I also need something where I can go to church, which the church I'm going to, I could wear pants, but I decided to bring a skirt because it packs down so small and it gives me some more options. So those are my two extreme things that I'm going to be doing. Most of the time, I'm just going to be hanging out with family. So it is going to be mostly a casual trip. So I just go through my closet and start picking out items that I think will coordinate with the trip. So because I'm going to Arizona, I thought I would pick some kind of loud, kind of crazy prints. And I also look for shirts that are thin and pants that are thin. And my skirt is thin and are very packable. So I'm looking for kind of neon, weird colors. I don't know why, because I don't think people really dress like that in Arizona. But for some reason, that's just the aesthetic that jumped out to me. So that's what I decided to go with. Now, if you see, I have this folding clothes rack that I've shown you before, and I don't necessarily travel with it, although I could because it does pack down and fold up. It's a nice item to have in case you are going somewhere that doesn't have a hanging rack or a closet. But I always use this rack to plan my outfits, and that way I can have all the clothes that I'm planning on. I can have them hanging, and I can visualize it every day. And this actually helps me to pare down and be like, you know what, I really don't like this item, or you know what, I have a better item. That way I can see everything hanging before, like weeks in advance of my actual trip, and then everything can be hanging up until the last second, and that way I can pack everything and it won't get all wrinkled. So that way I have it all hanging in one place, and I know these are the things that are going into my luggage, and I can just pack them as soon as I'm ready. But I can also be editing in the meantime. All right, so what am I packing? Well, we are going to be doing quite a bit of hiking, so I'm bringing 2 hiking shirts, which are these Merino Blend t-shirts that I talk about all the time. I got them off Temu. And then I'm bringing 2 blouses, and then I'm bringing 2 blouses that also double as layers. So this could be the 2-2-2 method. No, just kidding. All right, so I have really 6 tops, but these layers can go over other things, so that gives you more options. All right, now I'm bringing, I think, 6 bottoms. No, maybe, let's see, 2, I think 6 bottoms maybe. Okay, so I'm bringing my polka dot pants because they pack down really small. I'm bringing these capris that are for hiking. And then I'm bringing a skirt, 2 pairs of linen pants, And then, oh, and then I have a pair of jeans. I haven't shown you my outfit that I'm wearing on the airplane. Anyways, that's going to add into the capsule. But I have one merino bra, one pair of slip shorts that I'm going to wear under the skirt. And then I'm bringing 2 pairs of underwear. And the reason is because we're going to be staying in 2 different places. So, you know, my method is if I go and my destination is just one address, one place, then I just bring one other pair of underwear and I wash one pair and hang it to dry the next day and wear the other pair, and I circulate that way. But if I have to move to a different place on the same trip, then I bring 2 pairs of underwear. That way I don't have to pack wet underwear. I just pack the dirty pair and wear the fresh pair. And when I get to the second destination, that's when I wash the dirty pair. Okay, so that's why I'm bringing 2 pairs of underwear and then 2 pairs of short socks. And then these weird looking plastic bag things, they're not plastic bag, they're puffer socks. They're kind of like a puffer coat for your feet. And the reason is because they pack down really small and I don't sleep very well if my feet are cold. So that's why I'm bringing those. All right, then for swimming, I'm bringing my reversible sun hat and then I'm bringing a tankini. So it's a tank top swimsuit with shorts, but it's a skirt on the bottom. And it's because in my last video, I showed you a similar capsule to this, but I brought a bikini on that one. I packed a bikini in that one, and that's because I was very, very limited in space because I packed all of my items into my clothes. But because I have a little more space and because I am a little more modest, I'm bringing a tankini. Now, let me just tell you that a bikini is helpful if you don't have a lot of space because you can use it in lieu of underwear in case you're running low on underwear. It can double as underwear, especially it's great underwear for hiking because you're sweating and it's gross, and that way you don't get your regular bra and underwear sweaty and gross. But because this trip allows me a little more room, you can also use a tankini much the same way because you can use a tankini as a tank top and it will also stand in lieu of an extra bra, and you can wear the short, like the skirt thing as shorts. I don't really wear shorts, but anyways, that's what I'm bringing for a bathing suit. All right, this is the outfit that I'll be wearing on the plane. You saw this in my last video. So those are my jeans that I just outfitted with a bunch of pockets in them, compression socks, merino underwear, merino bra, merino tank top, the button-down shirt is a layer, and then my backpack hoodie is the other outer layer. All right, these are my toiletries, and if you notice that my liquids are in a separate bag laying on top so that I can take it out if I need to get the liquids out, but this is my hanging toiletry bag. So let's go ahead and start packing the items into my backpack. So those are my toiletries there on the left side, and you can see there's plenty of room for other items. I rolled up both of my hiking shirts and tucked them into the right side. My method for rolling and folding is to take like items and roll them together. And this actually cuts down on packing time, but it also keeps your items from getting too wrinkled. If you double them up and roll them together, like here, I've rolled up both of the blouses together, and then here I've rolled up both of those layering items together. And so those are my tops. Now the bottoms, I rolled my capri pants and the polka dot pants together. And then I rolled up my skirt and the 2 pairs of linen pants and put them in right there. Now these are the shoes that I'm going to be bringing. And so I'm going to be wearing that pair of little sneakers on the right side. That's what I'll be wearing on the airplane. I realize that black tennis shoes are not super stylish. I do have a white pair, but these ones are so comfortable, and I'm going to default to comfort over style. Then the middle ones are my Keens. That's what I'm going to be taking hiking. And then my flip-flops, obviously I can wear those to the pool and also in the shower, but they're fancy enough that I can wear them with my skirt to church. All right, I do need to remember to do my toenails. That is on my list of things to do before I leave. All right, so those are my Keens and my flip-flops that are ready to go, and now they're packed in my bag. All right, now this little middle package there, that's all of my underwear, my bra, and all of those things that you saw for undergarments. I packed them all in the puffer sock bag, and there they are laying there. Now, at this point, I pushed down on this top layer, and I realized that this top left-hand corner with my tops was a little bit shallower than the rest. So that's where I packed my bathing suit, and then I folded up my sun hat and just laid it over top of everything. All right, so that's that side packed out. Here's some other items I need to pack, which are my umbrella, my folding hangers, and my jewelry organizer tray. So I went ahead and stowed those on the left-hand side, you can see, and those are ready to go. Now for hiking, I want to bring 2 hiking poles, my water bladder, my 3-liter water bladder, and a folding backpack that will later double as my dirty laundry bag, but this is going to be for hiking while I'm there. So I went ahead and opened up the laptop compartment in the back of my backpack, and I stuck in those hiking poles, and then my water bladder and backpack went on top of those. And then also for hiking, I will be bringing this little microfiber towel, and I don't know if you can tell what that light blue sort of white looking thing is. I'll show you later what that is. These are UV cooling sleeves. That may not make a lot of sense to you, but I'll show you in a second what those look like. I rolled those all up together and I packed them in that same compartment. And remember, the way that I stay organized is to keep things that are alike in the same compartment. So all of my main hiking items, I know that those are packed in the laptop compartment. All right, now you see that the front, I think that area may be called the brain. I'm not exactly sure if you call that the brain, but this top little compartment on the front is empty. Well, that's where all of my comfort items are going to go. So where are my comfort items? Well, let's start from the left. I have my foot sling. Underneath all of that is my book. I have a folding water bottle that I'll be using on the airplane, my sunglasses and case, and then 2 packets of emergency. Then I have my massager, my charging cube and cord, a flashlight, a pen, a little, a little tub of like solid tallow cream, a pack of tissues, my phone and wallet, my eye mask and earplugs, and underneath that is my blanket scarf, some antibacterial wipes, my headphones, my fan that doubles as a phone charger and phone holder, and then my mirror. And all of those things can go into that top compartment. That's the first layer, and then that's the second layer of items, and then I zipped it up. All right, and then one last thing is I unzipped the clamshell and made sure that my liquids were just sandwiched in between both of those compartments so that as I'm going through security, I can just unzip at the top and pull my liquids out. All right, so this is everything packed out, and that's all of those items that my little wardrobe there can give you up to 60, well, actually more than 68. I'm going to show you 68 outfits at the end, but this is everything that I need for my trip, is all packed into this fake Alpa 28. Now, here's the thing. This is just to give you an idea in case you are flying a budget airline or you want to just pack everything in a bag. I'm just showing you that you can do this. However, I'm not going to be flying a budget airline. I will be flying Southwest, and Southwest allows me to bring a carry-on as well as a personal item. The carry-on can be the dimensions, I looked up, what are they? They're 24 by 16 by 10, which is huge for a carry-on, and my carry-on's not that big. My carry-on is 22 by 14 by 9. Anyway, and then the personal item is actually kind of a small personal item. It's 16.5 inches by 14 by 8, I believe. Anyways, that fits, my Alpa 28 fits the personal item dimensions. But because I'm allowed a carry-on, I'm going to go ahead and bring a carry-on, which this carry-on's empty. And so I'm allowed to have up to this amount of stuff right here. But the way I'm going to travel is by putting my backpack into the carry-on, and I'm going to bring this cute, awesome, super awesome, cute purse that I found at the thrift store a few days ago. I love this purse because to me, it kind of looks like a Southwestern Chanel bag. It's not Chanel, but it looks like it. And I just found it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm totally taking that to Arizona. Let me show you how cool this purse is. All right, so this is what it looks like. And it has these shoulder straps, but watch this. If you unsnap these little snaps on the side and then unfold these straps, it can be a crossbody. Now watch, that's not even the coolest part. You open it up, and it does have this really neat little feature of a card case right there. It has 3 compartments, and I could put all my comfort items in there, but look at this. You can flip the whole thing over, and the entire purse is reversible. It has another card case on the other side. But look at that. So it's 2 purses in one. I love it, and I'm totally taking it. I think it's super awesome. And so that's how I'm going to be traveling, is with this purse and then my personal item backpack inside my carry-on. So this is going to allow me that, you know, at our destination, if we buy stuff, then on the way home, I can move things around and travel and fill my carry-on with all the purchases. And I still won't need to check a bag. So I have plenty of room to bring a bunch of stuff home if I want to. All right, so now let's talk about the outfits. So in the event that I am to get cold, which I looked and the temperatures are going to be between the 60s and 90s, so it's not going to be very cold. But in case I get cold, I have my hoodie that I'll be wearing on the airplane, and I have my blanket scarf that can double as a scarf, a shawl. By the way, it's a shawl, not a shaw. Some people say shaw, and that drives me crazy. Shaw is a last name. Shawl is a thing that goes over your shoulders to keep you warm. Anyways, it could be a shawl. It could be a bathing suit cover-up. It could be all kinds of different things, a sarong, whatever. But those are my layering items in case I get cold. Now, for outfits, though, during the day, actually, let me start with pajamas. These are possible pajamas. Tank top with the polka dot pants, t-shirt with polka dot pants, and the other t-shirt with polka dot pants. So I already have 3 pairs of pajamas, and I'm only going to be there for like 7 nights, maybe 8 days, 7 nights. All right, and then for hiking outfits, the capri pants can also go with all 3 of those tops. But I did want to show you here, that's what the UV sleeves look like. And if you are able to find something like this, it's a really good item to take, especially if you don't want to pack a lot of SPF, and also if you're worried about the chemicals that is in SPF. If you bring one of these sleeve things, it goes over your shoulders, and you see it also has thumb holes, so it covers your hands. And so that's great to go over a shirt to block the sun. And then also I have that big sun hat that I'll be wearing for hiking. But what I'm saying is it's really cool to bring these sleeves in lieu of an SPF hoodie, because a hoodie takes up a lot more room. And these sleeves pack down to practically nothing. And you can wear them hiking. You can also wear them swimming. All right, so these are hiking outfits, but these could also be pajamas as well. So that's 6 pairs of pajamas. And I'm only going to be there for 7 nights, so I'm set. All right, now I could also wear those polka dot pants with this blouse, just as kind of like a hanging out outfit. That one too, and that one too. And I don't really like this shirt with those pants, but I noticed if I wear the tank top with the shirt, the tank top, because it's black, it kind of grounds the outfit, where the top and the pants go together a little better. All right, now, not everything goes with the skirt, but as far as things that do go with the skirt, the tank top goes with the skirt, the pattern shirt goes with the skirt, the pattern shirt over the tank top goes with the skirt. This blouse, this is my favorite outfit with the skirt, so this is probably going to be the one that I'll be wearing, as I said, to church. But I could also wear the vest with the skirt as well. All right, now let's talk about the blue linen pants. I think all of my tops and combinations go with these linen pants. I'm probably not going to wear that. This could be an alternate pajama situation here and here. I'm not going to wear that outfit. That's crazy. But that's a cute outfit. That's cute. That's cute. That's doable, cute. All right, and if I wanted to, that's okay. I don't know. I probably wouldn't wear that. And again, that is getting into clown territory, so I'm probably not going to wear that. But I could. And that's a decent outfit. And here's another combination where you put the pattern shirt over the vest, or the vest over the pattern shirt, You can just change it up. All right, so here are just, some ideas. All right, now, because I was getting tired of photographing, I'm showing you 2 for 1. So I'm actually showing you 2 different outfits. You can wear the t-shirt with the jeans or the t-shirt with the black linen pants. So all of these are going to be 2 outfits that you're looking at with the jeans or with the linen pants. And so there you go, right? Here's some ideas. There's you have a lot of options. So what I highly recommend doing is doing what I've done here and taking pictures of a bunch of combinations that you like, and then delete the ones that you think are terrible and keep the ones on your phone that you like. And then whenever you can't think of what to wear for that particular day, just look at the pictures on your phone and then you can get some inspiration. So instead of planning out every outfit for every day, I've done that before, and then what ends up happening is either something gets dirty that you weren't expecting to get dirty, or people throw some weird activity at you and you're like, crap, I didn't plan for that activity. So it's better to just pick a bunch of different items that can potentially go together well enough to get enough outfits out of the items that you have, that at the last minute you could throw them together. And that's why I recommend taking pictures on your phone, because especially if somebody throws something at you last minute, you're going to probably panic and be like, I don't know what I have. So just go back to your phone and look through your pictures and be like, oh, I got plenty of outfits. All right, now I kind of already showed you this, but remember, you also have this bathing suit. And if you bring a tankini, that means you have an extra top that can go, and you don't even have to wear a bra with this one. So you could hike in that. You could also wear it out. You could wear it with one of your pattern shirts. You could this is probably how I'm going to go swimming, because I'm very pale and I'm likely to sunburn. So I will just wear those sleeves over the tankini with my hat. Anyway, you could wear the tank the tank top part of the bathing suit with the jeans, with the linen pants, with the polka dot pants, and with the blue linen pants. So that gives you even more outfits if you bring a bathing suit like this. All right, so lots of ideas there. Thanks for watching, and I hope this gave you some ideas. And I think I gave you a bunch of little packing hacks there. I gave you ideas for how to pack in a personal item, how to pack up. I mean, I showed you 68 outfits. You can definitely get more. You can get more like 80 outfits out of there, but I just didn't show you all the combinations. But anyway, that's plenty of stuff. I also showed you an idea for if you are allowed a carry-on and a personal item, how you can just pack all of your stuff inside your carry-on, and then that gives you a whole bunch of room for bringing what extra stuff home, you know? So anyways, lots of cool ideas in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and happy travels.